let everybody get in, and we'll get started. Try to get everything set up here, right? Alrighty. See how that looks. Sorry, give me a second. Getting everything set up here for you guys. Uh-oh, frozen. Y'all let me know you're here whenever you come on just by saying hello, good evening, hi, whatever. And once we get everybody on, we'll get started tonight. Hope everybody had a good week. It was a normal week for me. Work, home, work, home, work, home. Y'all remember, let me know you're here when you come on, just by saying hello. And once everybody gets on, we will get started. How was y'all's week? Did y'all have a good week this week? I hope so. Hi, John. Welcome to the show. Is John the only one we got on so far? There's Morgan. Hey, Morgan. It was nuts. You had a nutty weekend, or a nutty week. I'm sorry. You had such a bad week. Well, not necessarily bad week, but a nutty week. Anyway. Let's see, we get everybody on. John, if you can go like, or not like, but you should like too, but if you can go share and then like everybody, remind them that we're on. I can't move there. There's stuff right here. Going to share. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Now, please do share this with everybody. Let them know we're on. I should know we're on when we're on. We're on at the same time every week. Thank you, Morgan. It's nice of you. I'll appreciate that. My beard's getting long. Hey, Beth. Sweet Beth. We're just waiting on everyone to get here. Y'all say hello when you come in, so I'll know you're here. And I give everybody the bad news at one time. I have bad news. I have good news. Last week was chaos. This week's going to be as bad. Yes, it will, as long as you keep saying that. You know, you can talk something into existence. Yeah, Beth, we have bad news tonight. I'm sorry. Bad news. This thing keeps jumping up and down on the number count. Everybody, even if you have already, do me a favor and say hi in the chat, just so I'll know who's all here, because I can't trust my number count. Even if you've already done it, go ahead and say hello or hi. Thank you, Beth. Got 2 Georgia trips this week. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? cargo you're getting from Georgia is a good thing. I don't see how that would be a bad thing. One court mandated meditation Tuesday, then Friday I go get the kids. Well, that's not bad. It's only as bad as you make it. Remember that. A smile can turn everything around. If you're on right now, please say hi. So far, Beth is the only one that's still with me. So is it just Beth now? Hey, Michelle Heron. Welcome aboard. The trips are just exhausting and take a huge toll on my body. Well, yeah, but what you get out of the trips should be worth it. It would be to me. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm sorry. So maybe my number count is right, because so far the only one that said anything is Beth and Morgan and Michelle, but she just came in. I think I do have more people here. It's just they're not listening to me, because everybody's talking together. I can leave if y'all want me to, and y'all just discuss stuff amongst yourselves while you look at this pretty background. That's what you want to do. If anybody's on right now that has not done so yet, please hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the notification bell so you'll know when we're on every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you like a good paranormal talk, you'll love this. Where's Michelle's cap? CAPI. Michelle's cap. Oh, yeah, Michelle's got a cap coming. I haven't forgot about it. I promise you, Morgan. Our merch is down right now. She should have received an email if we have her email. If she gave her email whenever she got that cap, when she won that cap, she should have gotten an email. Yeah, I should tell everybody about that, but we still have the merch up on the website, but it's down right now. Our Cricut that we use, I don't know if anybody knows what a Cricut cut is, but it's a machine that helps us do this, and it's down right now, so we're having to have it repaired. So our merch is on standby. We do have an alternate source for our merch, but it's also down because of COVID. So as soon as one of those, whoever comes up first, we will get those. I do have 3 orders, I think, 2 or 3 orders pending. But yeah, I haven't forgotten about Michelle's cap. We've got to, unfortunately, we're just kind of at a standstill on our merch right now. So, hopefully the Cricut's going to work after the repairs are done. If not, then it's just going to be cheaper to buy another one, which we are not in a position to do right now. So we may be suspending all merch. I'll have to look and see. But all orders that are in right now, we will get no matter what I have to do, even if I have to go to someone else other than us or our secondary. But we just won't be having any more orders after that. Hard times during the apocalypse. I hope everybody had a good week. I had a pretty normal week. It was the same as always. I went to work Monday through Friday, and Saturday I kind of just lounged around here. I didn't do a whole bunch. Wasn't feeling really well most of Saturday. Most of the week I wasn't feeling really well. I do have my medication now, like I said last week, and it is doing better, but it just takes about a week or so to get it regulated. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll get better, because I am taking the new med, and it's the last time I took it, it really helped, and so I'm hoping it'll help again. I know it will. It just takes a little while to get acclimated to it. So hopefully that'll happen soon. Let's go through our prayer list. Y'all continue to remember my friend's family, the Outlaw family, from his passing. Continue to remember Reverend Smith. Um, he's doing much better now, but he's still having some heart issues. Um, if y'all remember, that is the friend of mine, that Pentecostal minister that had the kidney transplant not long ago. So his kidneys are doing great, but his heart is giving him some trouble now. So y'all keep him in your prayers. He did do service tonight, and I watched most of it as much as I could before I had to get ready for the show, and he seemed to be doing pretty good. So keep the prayers up for him as well. If y'all have any prayer requests, please pop them up there, because you know I will forget about them. Y'all keep Morgan, or not Morgan, but Margot and her father Ted, I believe. Keep them in your prayers, and her whole family. Ted's still battling cancer and receiving treatments. I haven't gotten an update on him as of yet, but hopefully we will soon, from either Margot or Katie. John, you had someone to put on here as well, didn't you? Shoot, Johnny, I don't even go to frog level. All right. I could see it from my road. Welcome back, John. Prayers for my friend Aldi, who is in rehab after his fall and kidney failure. Yes, definitely keep Beth's friend Aldi in your prayers. Had a bad fall and went into kidney failure. So yeah, definitely keep that and keep him in your prayers, Aldi in your prayers. Yes, John, thank you. I'm glad you said that. Michelle's mother, I believe, Michelle, team manager John Bowen's wife, her mom, keep her in your prayers. Also keep, John just put up his mom, keep her in your prayers after some issues with COVID. So let's keep them in your prayers as well. I lost another really good friend, um, uh, a really great man, from Selma, from my hometown, that I've known for years. I worked in used cars since I was 15, and that's what he did as well. I didn't work with him, but he was another used car salesman in Selma. Awesome guy. His name's Gary Mayton. If y'all keep the Mayton family in your prayers. Keep his family in your prayers. Tina, a friend from work, passed away. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, John. Y'all keep John's friend from work, Tina, her family, in your prayers. Um, y'all notice I don't say let's pray for Tina. I don't say let's pray for Gary, because we don't have to pray for them anymore. It's their uh, their eternity has already been decided. I don't know what that was. It's none of my business. But what we want to do is they're either really, really good or just don't need our prayers. So, but their families do. So, because that's what happens when someone passes away, is they go on to a better existence. It's those of us that are left behind to grieve and mourn that need the prayers. So y'all definitely keep John's friend Tina's family in your prayers. She was not very old either, was she, John? This was a sudden death kind of thing, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's always really horrible. It's like my friend Outlaw, who passed away. He was very young. He was younger than me, much younger than me. And yeah, it was those sudden deaths like that, especially when they're young. Those are really, really hard to handle. She was in her 60s. Yeah, see, 60s for a female is not old. Not old at all. 60s for a female is still pretty young. Still young for a male, too, nowadays. But especially for a female. So, y'all definitely keep her family in your prayers. Doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't make it hurt any less when they pass, does it? So let's keep everybody in your prayers. If I forgot somebody, I apologize. My memory's not the best in the world. As a matter of fact, it's probably the worst. Um, put Keep me in your prayers as I get acclimated to this medicine. Her brother's name, Michael. Okay, y'all keep that in mind. Keep when you do your prayers tonight. Keep Michael. That's John Sprintina's brother, Michael. Keep him in your prayers. Y'all keep me in your prayers that I get this medicine readmitted to my system, and it really bad. And I remember a few weeks ago, whenever I was on this medicine, how much it helped, and I'm looking forward to that coming back. So praise report that happened through your prayers and my wife's stubbornness and will. She was able to find me that medicine for affordable prices. Everybody kept throwing me different ideas. Everybody I knew. I would get emails and text messages and phone calls, and on here, everybody saying, try this, try this, try this. And we kept trying and trying and trying. And everything that we tried, I think we got it down to $300. And that was still going to hit right now. And Michelle went on and found a program. I'll tell you guys the name of the program, because if you need it, I want you to go do it too. It's called Prescription Hope. I would assume the website is prescriptionhope.com, but don't hold me to that. I'll get Paramama to look that up for you and get that information posted. But it's called Prescription Hope. You could just Google Prescription Hope. That medication went from $300 to $15. That's because of y'all's prayers, and I really appreciate that. And because of the inability to give up that my wife possesses, she was able to find something for me. And that's good. Fused leaf, we don't talk about that on here. This is not a religious channel. This is a paranormal channel. I'm not even going to get into that debate with you because I know what you're trying to do. John, watch that if you would, please. And off with their head if need be. Hey, Katie. Katie's here. Yay, Katie, can you give us an update on Ted? I hope I got his name right. On Margot's dad. Can you give us an update on him? We were adding him to our prayer list, and I just know he's continuing his treatments, but I didn't have an update on him. So if you could give us an update, that would be awesome. Hey, Katie, my precious friend. Yeah, she's so awesome. Y'all, Beth and Katie have started a sisterhood. Don't even engage, John. It's not that kind of question. You know that. Don't even engage. We keep religion and politics out of this unless we're talking about something that's on there. Oh, and by the way, we still have our contest going. We still have the contest going right now. Somebody pop up the code. See if anybody remembers, because I hadn't talked about it in a couple of weeks. See, I'll pop up the code for me. Anybody? Does anybody remember what the code is? My crosshairs are ready. I know they are, John. They always are. What is the code for the contest that we got going on right now? Anybody know? Anybody remember? 16 PPI 1. Yep. You're right, Michelle. She says, I think. But yep, that's it. 16 PPI 1. That's still I haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks. Probably 3 weeks. Yeah, because I wasn't here before. Hey, Michelle Davis. Welcome. 16 PPI or 16 PPI 1. 16 PPI 1. That's the contest going on. That's been going on for some time now. Right now it is at a t-shirt, a cap, and a mug is where we're at so far on that. So if anybody guesses what that means, that if they can decipher that code, it's something we've talked about on here more than once. It's something that I talk about in my class. Something that I talk about just about any time I talk about paranormal history. So We've been watching this. Got my phone back from Aubrey. Okay. 16 PPI 1. No one's come up with it yet. It's kind of crazy that no one has figured that out. Y'all, I'm sorry if I sway. I'm sorry. I'm leaning on the wall. For some reason, I was going back and forth. I apologize. I know that could get aggravating. And they're going, whoa, why don't he stop? I'm sorry. But yeah, 16 or 16 PPI 1. 16 PPI 1. Still open contest. Whoever wins it is going to be, everybody's going to be jealous when they win that, because a lot of people are going to, whenever it finally does get found out, whenever it does get solved, a lot of people are going to go, oh my gosh, why didn't I know that? It's one of those that's going to make you slap your head and say, duh, I should have known that. I'm picturing at least 3 people right now that will do that very thing, slap their forehead and say, why didn't I know that? So, yeah, I'll keep working on that. It's 16 PPI 1. It is a code for that you need to decipher that tells me what it means. Have we been? Oh, yes, that's how funny. Who's that? Hey, Eric. Welcome to the show, buddy. I miss my CAPI family, y'all. I miss them so much. We haven't seen each other in quite some time, because we've suspended all get-togethers and investigations and everything. So, all right, let's get to upcoming events. There's only one. CAPI Camp. CAPI Camp this year is in Moulton, Alabama. Moulton, Moulton, Alabama. We miss y'all so much, Michelle. So it's even worse for the Davises, because they weren't on the last few investigations. So we haven't seen the Davises in forever. So it's even worse for them. Because, like I said, they were battling illnesses, so they weren't able to come on investigations. And not Moulton, Moundville. Thank you, John. Oh my God. Why did I get that wrong? You're absolutely right. It's Moundville, not Moulton. I was just in Moulton the other day. I'm trying to get Margaret on here so she can give y'all an own update. Sorry. I wasn't actually ignoring you this time. Okay, Katie, thank you so much. Yeah, it's Moundville. I just went to Moulton the other day and I had it on the brain. It's been too long. It has been, Eric. I miss you guys so much. I'm gonna hug y'all so hard you're not gonna be able to breathe whenever I do see you guys. Miss you guys so much. We love y'all so much. We can't wait. But we won't have to wait much longer, because we have CAPI Camp coming up. CAPI Camp is this month, the 15th, 16th, and 17th at Payne Lake in Moundville, Alabama. Not Moulton, but Moundville, Alabama. 15th, 16th, and 17th. So if you guys want to come to CAPI Camp, just get in touch with me, John, or Beth. Mostly John. You guys, if you would pop up your emails, and one of you guys can also pop up mine. But yeah, if you guys want to come, just let us know. If you want to come and take the class, it's $25. If you don't want to take the class, but you still want to come, I think tent camping is $18 a night. That would be for that's $36, I think, for Friday and Saturday night. The information is linked in the event post. Yes, it is. All you have to do is hit that link right there, and it'll take you and give you all the information you need to know. Would you like to come to CAPI Camp, but you don't have the money to come to CAPI Camp? Please do not let that be an issue. Even if you want to take the class, do not let that be an issue. We can work with you on that, okay? Do not come because you don't. There's John and Beth's emails up there, both. If you guys want to email them and tell them, say, hey, I wouldn't want to come, but I just don't have any money. We know how it is right now, guys. Nobody has any money. And I believe me, I know exactly how that is. So if you guys want to come, don't not come to CAPI Camp because you don't have any money or you can't afford it. All right, don't do that. Please let us know. Even if you need a ride, we will give you a ride there. because we just love to have a lot of people there so we can have a lot of fun, a lot of fellowship, and a lot of food, and just celebrate each other, and celebrate the freedom that we have to do that right now, because freedoms are going out the window, y'all. So let's enjoy everything while we can. All right. So if you guys want to come to CAPI Camp, please do. If you want to take the class, it's only $25. You will not regret doing that, I promise you. Um, but if money is an issue, just contacting me, John or Beth. John, did one of y'all put up my email? John, if you would, or Beth, if you, either one of you guys, if y'all would throw up my email as well, please. Um, so yeah, y'all come to CAPI Camp, 15th, 16th, and 17th. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be so much fun. This area that we're going to, thank you, John. There's my email, guys. You can throw me an email, John or Beth, and let them know, hey, I want to come. John's really in charge of CAPI Camp. CAPI Camp is actually John's baby. John pretty much invented CAPI Camp. He came up with the idea for it, and we ran with it and tweaked it and fixed it, and now it's just a blast. We've got it pretty much down pat now. So much so that there's other teams out there trying to mock us, or not mock us, but imitate us. But it's the same thing I've always said about CAPI. Often imitated. Um, Often imitated, never duplicated. All right, so there's a lot of teams out there. CAPI has birthed a lot of teams. People have left CAPI and went on to make their own teams, and a lot of those haven't worked out. Some of them have. The ones that have are still kind of iffy, and some of them even try to go and imitate us. And golly, but yeah, some of them even try to go out and imitate us, but they never duplicate us. CAPI will never be duplicated. I think what sets us apart from other teams, not just the fact that all we do is hauntings. We don't do Yetis or ufology or any of that stuff, and we don't really get into clairvoyancy and all that psychic nonsense. We don't really get into any of that stuff either. But other than that, what sets us off is that we're such a family. There's a lot of teams out there, guys, that have started. I know several teams that started from people that were on CAPI that are or witchcraft. Yep. Amen. I need to stop. But yeah, it's just a joke. But there's a lot of teams out there that get started and they get into it and they just don't have the camaraderie that CAPI has. It doesn't have that family atmosphere like CAPI does, and they wind up in fights and arguing and just disband. I talked to a few people this past week that their team had disbanded, and they were really upset that it had. And one of them even, Evan, or actually a couple of them even asked me if I had positions available on my team, and I told them, well, I do, but I don't. Anybody that knows me knows I speaks my mind, and I'm kind of forward. I don't hold punches, and if you want to know what I think about you, just ask, because I'll tell you to your face. I'll tell you the same thing to your face that I say behind your back, because I'm not going to say anything behind your back that I won't say to your face. And there's not much that I won't say to your face either. So, but yeah, I did tell him, I said, the same thing that got you off CAPI in the first place is probably just going to get you off again, but it might take a couple with you. So it's just not worth trying. It's not worth, risking that. So, because we all know negativity begets negativity, right? Drama begets drama. So we're very proud of CAPI the way we are, that we don't have that problem. We don't have a drama team. We don't have animosity. We're just a big loving family. We love to love on each other and support each other and hold each other up and just be there. And not just in the paranormal, but in our everyday lives. You could probably go to anybody on CAPI right now and ask them a question about anybody else on CAPI right now, and they would be able to tell you anything, because we're just that close. They'll be able to tell you last time they got a sniffle, or last time they were at the hospital, or last time they needed financial help, or in the last whatever. It's just that's just we're that team. We're those people. We love each other so much, and that's just something that can't be duplicated in any way. And I'm very proud of that. So another thing that sets us apart is not only the camaraderie and the family ship, but the I've got some of the best damn investigators in the country on my team. I, Reagan said, I don't have to know everything. I just got to surround myself by people who do. And that's what I did with CAPI. I don't have to know everything because I just surround myself with intelligent people that understand and comprehend stuff. And I've got some of the best damn investigators I've ever seen in my 40 plus years of doing this on the current team right now. And I hope I don't lose one of them because they're all so freaking amazing to me. I love them so much. And it's just crazy go nuts. It really is. But yeah, that's another thing that sets us apart from most teams is that best damn investigators I've ever worked with. I would never want it any other way. Um, I can't think of anyone on my team that I would want to change because that's just, they are who they are, and that's who we fell in love with. All right. Yeah, you guys want to come to CAPI Camp? Please do. 15th, 16th, and 17th of this. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night, we get all our campsites set up. Everybody helps everybody else. We eat, we fellowship, we tell ghost stories by the fire, and eat s'mores. Saturday, we do the class that morning. That afternoon, we do the hands-on. That evening, we do the investigations. And then after that, we go back and tell more ghost stories and eat more s'mores and hot dogs and hamburgers. And Sunday, we get up to a big hearty breakfast. And everybody just enjoys everybody and helps the people that need to go. Sunday morning, we help them pack up their camps, and that's what we do. And then everybody, and you get your certificate Sunday morning or Saturday night, depending on how that works out. Or sometimes you get them afterwards. And then we go home. And wish that we didn't have to because we miss everybody already. But we're going to be doing CAPI Camp as much as possible this year. I promise you. As much as financially possible for the team, because it does cost us money to do this. So as much as we can, we're going to be doing it. So y'all get ready for that. I think that's it, isn't it? John, Beth, that's it, right? It's CAPI Camp. That's the only event we got coming up. We haven't even rescheduled any of our investigations. We're still booked on the investigations, but we haven't rescheduled them yet. We decided that we were going to do CAPI Camp first. That'll give everybody a chance to heal and get ready and get going, and so that we can get back to investigating. That hurts us a lot mentally and psychically when we don't investigate because we all love it so much. But we have to do what's best for the team and the clients. So we're waiting until after CAPI Camp, and then after CAPI Camp, Beth's going to get on it hard. She's going to start booking us like crazy. Hopefully we have some coming up that we can take you guys on with us. I have a few ideas on investigation sites that I want to go and do around the state and adjoining states that I want to take you guys with us on. So that's coming up. Where you guys can actually go with us. We'll do lives while we're there, and you guys can actually join us. And some of them will do lives, and some of them will record and then post later. CAPI Live is not always going to be live. Some of them's going to be recorded, but you'll know when that happens. But we're going to get our heads together and get it straight. We've got a lot of ideas that we want to get some stuff done and get started for this new year coming up. And we want you guys to join us on a lot of that stuff. So we're going to get it together. We talked today a little bit. The managers did today a little bit about that. We're gonna figure it out and get it done. And we can't wait to bring you guys on a lot of this stuff with us. All right. I have some ideas down here in San Antonio. I just need to get y'all down here. I know, right, Katie? We planned on that a couple of years ago. It's just financially and schedulally, it just didn't happen. So we're having to see what happens. I don't know. Hopefully one day. Not hopefully. We definitely will one day. We just don't know when. But I think that's it. Okay, the bad news. I told you at the beginning of the show, before a lot of you guys that are on here now was on here, that I had some bad news. I was really looking forward to the night show. Really, really, really looking forward to the night show. I did do my research for the night show, and I have lost my research for the night show. So we can celebrate your birthday in San Antonio this year. Celebrating my birthday, that would be celebrating mine and yours. Katie and I have the same birthday. We're both November the 19th. Yeah, I don't think we'll have money to be in San Antonio by November 19th, Katie. I'm sorry. But yeah, I have no research. I have two detailed things that I wanted to go into tonight. So I don't have any of the papers with me. When is camp? I just logged in as you mentioned it and didn't hear the date. I am so sorry, emo girl. Camp is October 15th, 16th, and 17th in Moundville at Payne Lake. At October 15th, 16th, and 17th. So if you guys want to come, thank you, John, for popping that up there. There's a link right there, emo girl, that you can go to, and it will tell you all about the camp. And if you want to go, let us know. We'll make it happen. All right. So yeah, you're welcome. You found your phone. I did not find my phone. No. No, my new phone that I had that I lost somewhere between here and my in-laws is gone forever. We've looked everywhere for it. We've literally looked at every square foot between here and there. And yeah, it's just gone forever. I'm back on my old phone, but I'm looking around for a new phone. So, but yeah, I don't have any of my research papers tonight. I do apologize. Um, I usually have a pad that I do my research in. I couldn't find that pad. We've done some um, fall cleaning around here, and a lot of stuff has got displaced. We've done some moving around in our home. Now that it looks like we're not going to be leaving our home for a little longer than what we thought. So we've done some moving around, and I've lost that. So what I've done is I actually did it on the back of some of my paperwork, my old paperwork for work, and I can't find it anymore. I don't know what I did with it. I thought it was in the car, but it's not. I thought it was in here, but it's not. So I do apologize for that. We will pick up back up on the subject next week. I promise you. I'm just going to have to go back and redo everything. And I'm going to do that in a notebook, even if I have to go purchase one. That way I don't lose it. That's how I kept from losing my research papers, is putting it in that notebook and keeping that notebook in one special place. But that doesn't happen. That didn't happen when we all got moved around and everything. So I do. We just got Carter the new iPhone 13 Pro, and it is a nice phone. You should check it out, Johnny. Seriously. Okay, the iPhone 13 Pro. I will do that. Absolutely. Remind me about that. Text me about it. If you would, like right now, text me about that. Just put the name on there. Just hopefully it doesn't get turned into a judge. Oh no, 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 not that kind of paperwork, John. I was trying to figure out what you was talking about. What would be turned into a judge? You know what I thought when you first said that was the gun, the judge, the gun, the judge. It's a little handheld pistol shotgun, basically. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. I'm such a gun freak. But I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, no, 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 not that. I can't write on those papers. We have some map printouts that we use at work when we're routing our routes to go serve papers. I use I use those a lot. I use the back part of those. That and my list, my defendant list. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, it won't be turned into a judge. That would be funny though, wouldn't it, if he turned it over and saw research on items used in the paranormal? That would be funny. I'd probably get a phone call or an email, but because my name's on all that stuff. But I do apologize for that. So I figure what we can do tonight is take a break from that and just talk paranormal. Good night, Beth. Love you. Let's just talk paranormal. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. It's getting very warm. I'm here. Don't go. Okay, sorry about that. I had to turn the fan on. It was already on, but it was on low, so I had to turn it on high and point it towards this way. It's getting a little warm in here. It's October, man. It's still warm. But yeah, I figure let's just talk paranormal. Go back to the old school, what we used to do, where you guys ask questions and I try to answer them, or I ask questions and y'all try to answer them. Ever how y'all want to take it. I will. I sent you the video from Kylie's triple RBI from this afternoon. Awesome. Go Kylie. We were tied in extra innings, 2 outs, bases loaded, and Kylie hit it out to center field to score us 3 runs. Awesome video. Oh, no doubt. Hello, Haley. Welcome to the show. That's awesome. Tell her I said, good job. Tell her the CAPI family says, woohoo. Y'all, for y'all that don't know, Katie's daughter Kylie is a softball player. She's I don't even think she's in high school yet. Miss you too, Haley. We'll see you. Aren't you coming to camp? But she we lost, but one hell of a game. That's awesome, Katie. But yeah, she is a softball player. And she's very good at it. She has teams like fighting over her, and she goes to all these camps and training sessions and all this stuff. She'll be 13 in 2 weeks. She's only 12 years old, y'all, and this kid plays like a college softball player. She really does. I moved to South Carolina. Oh, y'all did move. Okay, I didn't know that. Good. Well, I'm glad y'all got moved. I'm sad y'all got moved, but I'm glad y'all got moved because I know that's what y'all wanted. So that's awesome. I'm glad y'all got moved. Nina still lives there. Okay. Oh, she didn't go with you, but she was the one that wanted to move. You moved to South Carolina. I got you. All right. So Meemaw's still there. Got you. I thought everybody was moving. But I hope everything works out for you there in South Carolina. It's a beautiful area. It's a beautiful state. I used to live in North Carolina, but not far from South Carolina. So that's awesome. Hope everything works out for you there. I know. I saw that. I said congratulations on Facebook that night. I think I did. I don't know. I know I saw it on Facebook. Congratulations on your graduation. That is awesome. Awesome. You're going to have to come down and visit us sometime. All right, so let's get it on. Let's get some questions going. Let's get some paranormal stuff happening here. Y'all give it to me. What you got? Throw it at me. Have you ever investigated Kennesaw Battlefield in Georgia? I live a couple miles from there. I have not. I've heard of that, Brian, but I've never been there. I would love to come check that out. Absolutely, I would. Definitely, I want to meet them horses. Yes, anytime, Haley. Absolutely. I wish I could have got you out there before you moved. I didn't know you moved. You should have told me. But yeah, anytime. Brian, no, I haven't, but I have heard of that place. I've heard a lot about it. I would love to go there. Is it something that we would have to have permission to go to, or is it a walk-on thing? How does that work? Can a residual entity move physical objects? No, it cannot. It cannot affect it cannot affect the physical world around it in any way. It can make it look like it's moving physical objects sometimes, though. If an object was moved in the residual, then depending on how that is viewed and how much energy is contrasted into it during the residual, then yeah, it can make it look like physical objects are being moved, but they would just be part of that recording, that residual. No, they wouldn't be able to actually move a physical object, because remember, it's not an entity, it's not a force, it's just a recording. That's all. It does have energy, but it's just a recording. Yeah, Brian, how does that work? How does it work where you can go out there? I'm not sure it is a national battlefield. I don't know the procedures. I have to check that out, because I've been wanting to get over into Georgia and do some stuff. We had a couple of clients there before COVID hit, that we wasn't able to go to because of COVID, and then I think they backed out after it happened. So we'll definitely have to check that out. Absolutely. Have you ever heard of? Well, why does it keep doing that? Yeah, all my text is gone. My messages. What the crap? John, say hey. What the crap? The last thing I can see is, can a residual entity move? Oh, there's John Hay. What is going on? Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I hate when this happens. It's never done this where it just comes up. Okay, wait a minute. Have you ever heard of Tyler Henry, John or Johnny? Tyler Henry. No, I don't think so. We live 20 minutes from Augusta. That's cool. Augusta's a beautiful place, too. Okay, I see the note. I see the hay. What about when people talk about hearing footsteps with a residual haunt? Sound can be a part of a residual. Um, if the energy's right, it has to be a heck of a lot of energy in that residual, but sound can be a part of a residual. Um, Smell, sound, and sight can be a part of a. He's a psychic medium on TV. There's the reason why I've never heard of him. Why are you asking that question, Katie? Why would you ask me that question, Katie? More appropriately. Have you ever noticed that one of my ears is out further than the other one? I don't know why I just noticed that, but it is. This one lays in, and this one kind of sticks out a little bit. I wonder why. I wonder if I got my ear tweaked a lot when I was a kid. I remember my ear and my nose getting tweaked when I was stepping out of line or something. Anyway, I don't know. Squirrel. Only all of the time. Only all of the time. What? You said he's only a he's a psychic medium on TV only all of the time. I don't know what you mean by only all of the time. Yeah, that's why I've never heard of him. Tyler Henry. It does sound kind of familiar, but that sounds like an older name though. So Tyler and Henry, that automatically history pops in my head when you say Tyler Henry, so that might be what I'm thinking of. I don't think I've ever met or seen a Tyler Henry on TV doing psychic readings, which is a good thing, most likely. Wait a minute, is he the distracted psychic? A distraction psychic? He has to draw, scribble on a page, like with a pencil. He has to like scribble, 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 scribble. Oh, have you ever noticed? Oh, you have noticed that. Okay, well, I've never noticed until just now that one of my ears stick out and the other one doesn't. I don't know why. I guess I've seen it on the monitor here and on the screen in front of me. This ear sticks out, but I don't know. Okay, so no, someone else has noticed it. Thank you, Katie. But is that who you're talking about? He's a young guy, lives in Burbank or Hollywood or something like that, and he has to scribble. Yeah, younger guy, always scribbling. Yeah, I have heard of him. The reason I've heard of him is because we were having a discussion. The team and I were having a discussion about psychics, and I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was Michelle. Sent a video where he had done a reading for Steve-O, and he knew some stuff that he probably couldn't know or something like that. But I said, yeah, but it's still Hollywood. It's still television. You can't never go by what they do on there. They're paid to be there, so. I have seen him on where we were having that discussion not long ago. Y'all remember that team? I think it was Michelle Davis that sent me that video, and I watched it. He was doing a reading with Steve-O. John, you don't remember that? We were having like a little chat discussion. Yeah, he remembers too. What about him, Katie? Why was you asking? Was you just curious if we've ever heard of him? I didn't know who you was talking about, but then after I started thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute, isn't that little scrawny kid that has to, it's called distracted psychosis. Yes, distracted psychosis. Distracted psychic ability. He has to distract himself from the world around him, so he scribbles. His videos last night, I don't get the scribbling. I've seen that before. It's actually quite normal in the psychic field, where some of them will draw like doodles. There's been some in history that had to play an instrument. Edgar Allan Poe had to sleep. He was called the sleeping prophet. That Tyler Henry guy has to scribble. And there's been a lot of other ones that have to distract themselves. And a lot of them do that. They use the scribble on a piece of paper, and it's just distracting their minds away from everything that's going on around them, and they're able to kind of focus in on what they're doing. It's about as legitimate as anything else in the psychic field. I can understand the reasoning behind it. Not saying that Tyler Henry is real. I've never seen anything on him from the few videos that I've watched from that discussion we were having about him. I've never seen anything on him that would tell me that he is a legit psychic. I think he's just a really good cold reader. But I do get the distraction within me. I've had a lot of people that practice that have told me that they have to distract themselves from everything else going on. And that's how they do it. It's different ways. Playing an instrument, scribbling on a piece of paper. There was a couple other things it just pops out of my head. I can't remember. One of them, I think it was building blocks. Someone had to work with blocks or something like that. And then I know there was an instrument. And then several people have had to either doodle or scribble while they're doing their readings. They were able to clue in a lot better to what was going on. So I get that. Not saying that there's any legitimacy to what he's doing. I'm just saying that I've heard of that before. You can ask questions. Don't you think if any of them were wondering if something legit would be coming forward to help find buying laundry right now to claim the 100,000 on these lines? I would, yeah. Has Leland been in contact about a show? No. Why? Will you ask Dakota to call Aubrey? Yes, when she comes back down, I will. She's not here right now. She's upstairs. Um, yeah, John, why? I haven't talked to Leland about a show. I've talked to him a couple of times, but I haven't talked to him about doing a show in a while. He usually doesn't like doing them around October because everybody else, that's when they're doing. Oh, is that why you're asking? Because of Halloween? Yeah, he usually likes to do them before or after. He doesn't like doing them like close to Halloween because that's when everybody does them. And I agree. Um, we do need to go back and do a show. You and I need to go and do a show. Definitely. Um, I will have to get in touch with them. Oh, and that's another praise report too. AJ, we added him to our prayer list because he contracted COVID and was being secluded from his family and friends. He is much, much better. Much, much better. He's back on the show, back doing his job, back with his family. Everything's good. He's good. He won, so he's doing great. So, hey Donna, Donna. We're just doing Q&A tonight, Donna. Johnny screwed up again and lost his notes, so we're doing Q&A tonight. Carl is out of the hospital. That is awesome. I wasn't aware that Carl was in the hospital, but I'm glad that he is out. He had COVID. Well, with his age, I'm glad that he is out. So that's miraculous. That's awesome. He was able to beat that. Praise the Lord. Yeah, I didn't even know he was in the hospital. I knew he had COVID, so I'm glad he made it. That would have sucked if he didn't make it. I didn't even know. Tell him that we continue to pray for him. And with low immune. Wow. I get to do that again in the morning. Go take another COVID test. I've already had 4, and they've all said negative. But I got to go do another one because I got a procedure coming up on the 7th, and the hospital won't do the procedure for my lungs until I do the COVID test again. They couldn't do the procedure when I was supposed to do the procedure because their lab was closed. So now we got to start all over. So I get to go at 8 o'clock in the morning and do a COVID test. And it's going to come out negative. It always does. I don't know what it is, guys. I've been exposed to it. I've been around people that has it, that has tested positive. I have diabetes. I'm still considered overweight. I've lost a lot of weight, but I'm still considered overweight. COPD, lung issues, and I don't know if I'm part of that group of people that just have the antibodies naturally or what it is. I'm knock on wood. I'm not saying I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just saying I've been very blessed. That said, it will take him 6 months to get back to normal. They said if you have a good blood type, we are not out to get it. If you have O blood type, I don't have O blood type. Donna, I have A positive. What would you say is the most haunted country? Holy crap, Jonathan. You know what? That's a really good question. The most haunted country. You know, the first thing that pops in people's minds is Greece. The UK. But America's got a buttload of hauntings, man. I don't know, John. I guess I would have to say that it would be a toss-up between. The thing is yeah, America's got a lot of hauntings. Just about every city in America has got something going on. Got reports of stuff going on anyway. But America's fairly new in the country phase. You know, we're just 200 something years old now. So we're not. I don't know. UK is a hell of a lot older than we are. Italy has a lot of stuff going on. The Middle East, a lot of those countries have a lot of stuff, and they've been around for a lot longer than we have. Um, as a country, I'd have to lean towards the UK. As far as active haunts, I'd have to go with that. Let's see, my first game. Awesome, Donna. Hope you have fun. My cat hears your dogs barking and is giving my phone the stink eye. That's too funny. I'm sorry, y'all. They're in rare form, and I don't know why they're acting up. And why? Oh my God, John, you're fired. Um, uh, I think just age. I think age has a lot to do with it. They've got more history than we do. Um, that's just off the cuff there, man. It really is. I'll have to do some research on that and kind of find out. But I would have to go with the UK just because of history and age and density and population. What state of the U.S. would you say is the most haunted? Reportably active activity. Um, I want to answer that a certain way, but if I do, people think I'm just being biased. But I'd have to go with Alabama. Reported activity, I'd have to go with Alabama. A lot of people want to go with Georgia because of Savannah, Atlanta. Um, some people want to go with Charleston, South Carolina. Um, people want to say Kentucky, Tennessee. Um, Boston's got a lot of stuff in the district. Um, Louisiana, of course, is big. Mississippi's pretty big, but Alabama has cities like Selma that has the largest um, historic district in the southeast. Um, Alabama's had more bad history, and I just I think it would be a toss up between Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. Pennsylvania, yeah, that's another good one, Brian. Pennsylvania's a good one. Um, a lot of stuff there. Um, I think it would be easier to break it up in districts, John, than it would be just to name one state. But that's another thing that can be found out. So I'll have to do some research on that too. But I'm going to go with Alabama just because of history. Um, we're obviously not the largest or the oldest state in the union, but I'm going to have to go with Alabama. But I will check that out. I went through New Orleans just the other day, never knew it was that big. And they still cleaning up from the hurricane. Oh yeah, of course they will be for a while. Yeah, New Orleans is quite large. Johnny, what was the scariest thing you come across? You know what, Donna? I've been asked that question so many times, and I've answered it pretty much the same way every time. Um, in the paranormal, it's hard for me, excuse me, to pinpoint, if you will, a scary time in the paranormal in all my investigations. I mean, I can sit here and tell you whenever my chin got sliced open, that was scary. When I got scratched on the back of my neck where it bled in the jail, where I was being forced into an elevator shaft, an empty elevator shaft, when I was pushed down some stairs, um, when I was pushed in the woods and broke my ankle. Um, it's hard. The word scariest doesn't really do it for me because I've never been scared by this. Even whenever I had my first experience at 8 years old, it intrigued me. It didn't scare me. It intrigued me, and I just wanted to find out all I could about it. That's what started my journey in this almost 51 years of you know life. Um, 40 plus years in the paranormal. So I think that there's been some harrowing times that that have got me, but I can't really say that I've been scared so much. Um, there was that time in just outside of Selma when I thought the ghost was real. I thought it was a real man, and I thought he was going to beat me up. I guess that kind of scared me a little bit, but that's because I thought he was a real man. That's not once I found out he was a ghost, it didn't bother me. But yeah, so it's kind of a hard question to answer. Are you one of our Spokane friends, Brian? Spokane, from the Spokane Paranormal? Black Labs, Johnny. Black Labs. That's John's scariest moment was the Black Lab. We have a ghost train here in Fayette. You hear the whistle sometimes. There hasn't been an active railroad here in a very, very long time. You got to get me a recording of that, Michelle. That's pretty cool. That is cool. You have to get me some kind of recording of that, a ghost train. That's pretty cool. I've never heard of that about Fayette. So, yeah. Any more questions? Let me reiterate for everybody that may not have been on earlier. CAPI Camp coming up October 15th, 16th, and 17th in Moundville, Alabama, at the beautiful Payne Lake. Payne Lake, not Pine. Payne Lake, Payne Lake. If you guys want to come, just let us know. You can go back in the comments and see where John and Beth have posted their email, and I think John posted my email. And John, if you would throw that link up one more time for the information on CAPI Camp. If you guys want to go to CAPI Camp and join us for a whole weekend, the 15th, 16th, and 17th of nothing but paranormal fun, food, and fellowship, y'all let us know. We will definitely make arrangements for you to be there. If you want to take the class, it's $25. But as always, and the camping is $18 a night, so it'll be Friday and Saturday, so it'll be what, $36 for camping. But as always, don't not come to CAPI Camp because you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, let us know. If you can't afford it, please pay it. But if you can't afford it, please let us know. We have avenues that we can take to get you there. All right? Anything else? Let me see. Thank you, John. And there's John and my email up there if y'all want to go. Just let us know. Any investigations coming up? No, Donna, we have suspended all investigations till after CAPI Camp. John is Allie going to camp. Oh my God, Dakota's been freaking out about that. She's been missing Allie so much. Please tell that Selma story I've never heard. What Selma story? I said Selma has the largest. I'll have to wait and see. Selma has the largest historic district. Oh, you're talking about the ghost wanting to beat me up? Do we have time for that? Yeah, we have time. We were investigating an old mill, an old grist mill in Selma, right outside of Selma, Alabama. We had several things happen during the investigation, one of which were what sounded like a little boy, a young boy, laughed at one of our investigators when she fell on a swinging bridge and got a heart-shaped wet spot on her butt. And when she got up and everybody found out she was okay, you could hear, after we all said, "Are you okay? Oh my God," and we went and helped her. Where the swinging bridge is not far from a very large waterfall. So we thought that she was going to go off the bridge, off the swinging bridge, because it wasn't a boarded bridge. All it was the planks and a few ropes and hand ropes. And we thought that she was going to fall. So we all ran to her and everything on the wooden bridge, rope bridge, which is not easy to do, and grabbed her and everything. And said, "Oh, you okay? Oh my God!" And she was like, "Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine." But when she stood up, she had a heart-shaped wet spot on her butt. And so on the recording, because as you know, once you start recording on an investigation, you record the entire investigation. We were reporting going from one area to another. We had stopped investigating here and was going across the little creek on the bridge to another place. And we were still recording, obviously. And a little boy could be heard laughing at her. And at the same time, they were doing an investigation inside the house. And through K2s and recordings, they found out that there was a 10-year-old boy there that had died from yellow fever. So that was pretty interesting. And then a few other things happened. The great thing about this area, and I'll see y'all's comments, I'm going to get to them. The great thing about it is we had the run of the place that weekend. We was there all weekend. So we were able to investigate and then stay on site and do our case studies. So we started getting everything set up and getting everything ready to do the case studies and everything and go over everything. And I needed a cable for one of the computers, so one of the laptops. And so I went out to I had a truck then, and it was parked out behind the house that we were in. And so I went out to the truck to get a cable out of a box. I had, this truck was an old Chevy step side where you could, open the driver's side door, and then there was another door that opened behind that. It was a 3-door. But right behind the seat was a box that I'd opened that third door and put in there and closed. Well, instead of opening that and going through all that, I just climbed up in the driver's side seat and reached around and grabbed the cable. And as I turned to come out of the truck, I saw an old man standing by what was soon to be a bathhouse, or not a bathhouse, but a restroom, a dual restroom, his and hers restroom that was being built outside for this park. And he's a big man. He's probably 6'2", 6'3", probably 280 pounds, 250 to 280. Older gentleman, looked like he was in his mid-60s to late 60s. He wore a white T-shirt and overalls and a straw hat. Very primitive man. He was a big guy. And he was standing there. And when I noticed him, before all this, when the clients first introduced us to the place and was telling us everything that we could and couldn't do and blah, 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 they had told us that there were some hunters on the property just on the other side of the creek down the road. And they would come up there and get water. They had a water pump in the yard, and they would come up and get water for them and their dogs. They were camping out at the campgrounds and hunting the land. And so they said, if they come up, don't worry about it. We've told them you guys are going to be here. It's no big deal. So just let them do what they're going to do, and they'll go. And we said, okay, cool. So obviously, when I saw this guy, I thought that he was one of the hunters coming up to get some water. And so I just kind of waved at him and smiled and proceeded to get out of the truck and get my cable and everything and blah, blah, blah. Well, as I turned to come out and shut the door, I noticed that I had the wrong cable. I didn't have the cable that I needed. So instead of getting back in the truck, climbing around and everything, I just opened both doors this time and reached inside the truck. And as I did that, I turned and looked, and the guy's still standing there looking at me. But this time, I noticed that he's looking at me like this. And he just, a scowled look on his face, just like that. And I was like, what the crap? It kind of set me back. This is a big guy. And so I was like, hold on now. I'm supposed to be here, So I said, okay, well, maybe he thinks I'm an intruder or something, So I stepped out of the truck and closed the big door. And I said, hey, I'm supposed to be here. I mentioned the people. It's like, I'm not going to tell you their names, but I mentioned their name and said, they know I'm here. I'm Johnny with CAPI. We're supposed to be here for the weekend. They told us you guys could come up and get water, blah, blah, blah. I'm supposed to be here. Well, he's still looking at me like, only this time he starts going. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, I need to get my butt inside because this is a big guy. He's an old guy, but he's big. And he's one of those corn-fed boys, you know. It don't matter how old he is, he will kick your ass. So I come on out of the truck, you know, and I start kind of coming around the front of the truck to go back in the house through the back door of the house, and I stopped just as I got to the front of the truck, and I said, you know what? I, no, I'm not going to do this. Screw him. You know, it's been a while since I've been in a fight, but I remember how. You know, and that's one of the things about me is I'm a really good shooter and I'm a really good fighter. So I said, you know, hey, you ain't going to punk me out like this, brother. So I just turned around. I said, excuse me, are you supposed to be here? I'm supposed to be here. Are you supposed to be here? You know, and of course that little voice inside my head was saying, you know, he could break you, right? But I was just like talking with my mind instead of my brain, and my ego instead of my brain. And so I was just like, are you supposed to be here? I'm supposed to be here, but are you supposed to be here? What kind of problem have you got, you know? And so he just kind of looks at me and goes, and turns it and walks to his right, my left, which he walked behind the building they were building to be the bathrooms, and I couldn't see him anymore. So I was just like, whatever, dude, God. So I'm going to go back in and tell everybody about it, right? So I get right to the front of the truck as I'm coming up, and the front of my truck is only a few steps away from the back door, or the back steps to go up to the door of this old house. So I get right there, and I stopped, and I turned back, and I looked, and I remembered, wait a minute. The building he was standing next to that they're building right now to be an outdoor his and her bathroom, because they did all kind of historic events out there, like they had a barbecue festival and they had a chili cook-off. They did Pioneer Days out there. They did all kinds of stuff. And so I'm like, wait a minute. The building isn't built yet. It's just the 2x4 framework of the building. When he turned and walked behind the building, I should still be able to see him. There's no walls there. It's just the framework of this rectangular long building. And so I'm like, holy crap, I should have been still be able to see him. And I look over and I'm looking through this building and I'm like, no, there's nobody there. So I go running in. I say, get the cameras, y'all, come on. And we go, I'll go running outside with whatever equipment we could grab. And people start taking videos and pictures and everything. And I will say, I wish I still had the picture, but somebody, I believe it was our case manager at the time, took a picture of right there where I said I saw the man at, and there was a white mist there that was unexplainable. So, yeah, I guess I did get a little frightened with that, but that was when I thought it was a human. I was going to have to fight this big corn-fed country boy. You know, it was 60, 70 years old, but still arms like a truck, you know. So once I found out it was a ghost, I was excited. I wanted to go get equipment and record it and all that. Now, hindsight is 2020, but I kind of wished I would have, I wished I would have just ran to the door and said, yo, come here, and then run back over to the building and see if I could see him again, maybe leaving and going through the woods or whatever. But I wished I would have done that. But yeah, that's the story I was talking about. So I was a little, not really scared, but frightened of I was going to have to fight this big guy. But once I found out it was an entity, I was like, you know, I'm not scared of him anymore. Now I just want to record him. Welcome. Have you ever been hurt from a spirit? Yes, I have. Hold on, I'll answer that. Welcome to Ghost Stories with Johnny. He comes out and tells a ghost story. Yeah. I have to see if Shell is off work. Okay. That thinks that was a great story, especially when they're true. Yeah, right. Those are always awesome. Donna, yes, I said that earlier. You probably wouldn't known yet. Yes, I've been hurt by an entity. I've been scratched several times. There's not many places on my body that I haven't been scratched. I've been pushed downstairs. I've been pushed into the floor. I had something try to push me into an empty elevator shaft on the third floor of the building. I've broken my ankle. I've broken my wrist. I've broken some ribs. I've gotten a concussion. I had a picture frame that had thick glass in it thrown at me and sliced my chin open and got a bunch of stitches in my chin. I've been emotionally hurt. I had a demonic situation where never mind. Not even. But yeah, I have been injured mentally and physically. Yes. If you do this any amount of time, you will get scratched or pushed or punched or pinched or whatever, the bejesus scared out of you or whatever. Yeah, all that will happen, I promise. Never been scratched. Yeah, you hadn't, John. I'm still waiting on your scratch moment. I don't want you to get scratched though, because it hurts like crap. But it does heal awful fast. I don't know why that is. An NTD scratch heals very fast. There's no reason for it. There's nobody knows why. People say they know why, but they don't. People say it's not real, that it's a hallucination or something. But I don't believe that. There really is. The last time I got scratched really bad was on the back of my neck. We do still have a picture of that. I think it's on my Facebook. But I was scratched really bad on my back of my neck at an abandoned jail when I challenged a entity. And he scratched me so bad that the people that was with me was able to watch the scratches come up and the blood bubbles come up, the little blood tinges come out. So yeah, that one hurt like crap. It felt like somebody was holding a freaking flame, like a lighter, to my back of my neck. It hurt like crap, but it did heal really fast. I don't know why that is, and I've heard that many times with different people that have been scratched, pinched, punched, that left a bruise or blood or scratch marks or anything like that, and then for some reason, those heal awful fast. Like the next day, they can be gone completely. So the scratches on the back of my neck, I'll have to get that picture and post it so you guys can see it. But it was pretty significant scratched, enough to where it should have been some scarring there. But it healed completely the next day. It was gone. So I don't know why that is. I've been asked that. Why does injuries heal faster whenever they, like scratches, not injuries like whenever I broke my ankle, that didn't heal fast. That took a while. But scratches and bruises and inches and red marks and stuff like that, for some reason they do have a tendency to heal pretty fast. I have been touched and scratched. Yeah, you know it is then. It's hard to take pictures of hallucinations. That's right. It really is. I've had my pants tugged. Sure have. You met the hellhound. Do you know Mike Lachua from New York, from North Carolina? By any chance, he is a ghost hunter. Too. I went to high school with him. I do not, Brian. I'm sorry. Lachiana, Mike Lachiana. I do not know him. I'm sorry. I do know a lot of people in the paranormal. A lot of people in the paranormal. And I talk to a lot of them, constantly. The past few weeks, I've talked to somebody just about every day from different teams and different states. But I don't know that individual. I'm sorry. I don't know a bunch of them in North Carolina. I lived there for a little bit of time. Not very long, but for a little bit of time. And I've investigated there, but I don't know Mike, that guy. I don't want to murder his name again. But I don't know of any investigators there. When I was there, I didn't have any contact with any investigators other than myself. All right, I guess is that all the questions? Maybe they fade so fast because they're technically not part of this physical world. So whatever they affect, it doesn't last. I've heard that before, Michelle. Yeah, I don't know. I really truly don't. I don't have an explanation for why they heal as fast as they do. But they do heal pretty fast. They do heal pretty fast. They heal pretty fast. He has a program on Prime called Heritage Hunters. I have Prime. I'll have to check that out. Heritage Hunters. I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Brian. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call the show for tonight. I appreciate you guys understanding about me losing the notes, and we just had a good little talk session. I always love doing that. You guys always come up with some great questions and great conversations, and I really appreciate that, and especially you, John. I'm definitely going to get those physical manifestation of a spiritual wound. Yeah, I don't know, and no one knows why it does it, but it does. John just threw up the link to the CAPI camp again. If you guys want to go to CAPI camp with us this year or this time, well, not this year, we do it several times a year, but this time, please hit that link. It'll give you all the information about it. You can go to our Facebook pages and contact us with PMs, or you can go contact us through the uh, uh, emails and let us know that you want to go. Even if you can't afford it, let us know. We can work with you on that. That's not a big deal. We have people that come all the time that don't pay. We're not in it for the money. We're in it for the fun, fellowship, and food and the paranormal. So I love you. And there's John's email right there. He's probably going to pop mine up there as well. So if you guys need us, just holler at us. We told you. Just let us know, and we will certainly work it out to where you can be. We love as many people to come to CAPI Camp as possible, whether you take the class or not, just to hang out with us and have a great time. I love you guys so much. Thank you for another successful show. I promise you I'll have all my ducks in a row next week. We'll get started back on our series. I want you guys to do me a huge favor sometime this week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or somebody you meet on the street. Make somebody smile, because that's what we need the most of right now. I love you guys. Have a paranormal week. Good night.